Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Shri Soundarya Lahari, explanation of verse 25. Trayanam Devanam Triguna Janitanam Tava Shive Bhaved Puja Puja Tava Charanayorya Virachita Tathahi Twatpadodvahana Manipithasya Nikate Sthita Hyete Shashvat Mukulita Karottamsa Makutaha. Verse 21 of Soundarya Lahari talks about Paramananda Sadhanam. Great men who perceive by a mind free from sin and illusion Ambigai's aspect as Sadhakya Kala, seated in the great lotus forest, the Sahasrara, above the 6 lotus yogic chakras and the granthis, knots, Ambigai, as slender as a streak of lightning with the nature of sun, moon and fire. Those great men who worship Ambigai in this form enjoy the waves of supreme bliss. Verse 22 explains the blessing a bhakta receives when he just thinks about worshipping Ambigai. O Bhavani, bestow on me, your slave, your look which is endowed with compassion. The bhakta who desires to praise you thus, saying, may I become you, Bhavani Tvam, at that moment itself, you, whose feet receive the oblation of lights from the bright crowns of Mukunda, Brahma and Indra, grant to that bhakta the state of perpetual absorption into you. Verse 23 explains how Shakti is in Shiva and Shiva is in Shakti, the Shiva Shakti Aikyam. Having taken over the left half of the body of Shiva, Shambhu, yet with a mind which is dissatisfied, the other half of the body also was probably taken over by you, because this form of yours is entirely red with 3 eyes and is curved by the bosom and has a crown crested by the crescent moon. Hence, such a doubt arises in my mind. Verse 24 describes how Ambigai performs all her actions by just a mere movement of her eyebrows. Brahma, Dhata, creates the entire world. Hari, Mahavishnu, protects it. Rudra destroys it. Isha, withdrawing Dhata, Hari and Rudra, obscures even his own body by withdrawing into Sadashiva. Indeed, Shiva, whose name is preceded by the word Sada, obliges in all this and stays by your order, which is exhibited by the momentary movement of your eyebrows. Verse 25 explains how a bhakta worshipping Devi, Ambigai, also receives the blessings of the Trimurtis, Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra. Let us look at the Padacheda and then detailed explanation. Trayanam Devanam Triguna Janitanam Tava Shive Bhaved Puja Puja Tava Charanayoho Ya Virachita Tathahi Twatpada Udvahana Manipithasya Nikate Sthitaha Hi Yete Shashvat Mukulita Karaha Uttamsa Makutaha Trayanam Devanam Triguna Janitanam Tava Shive. In this verse, Adi Shankara Bhagavad Gita addresses Ambigai with the nama Shiva. Shivam means auspicious. Shivaha is Parameshwara, Mahadeva, while Shiva is Ambigai, who is also filled with Mangalam, auspiciousness. Trayanam Devanam. Trayanam indicating the number 3 of the 3 gods, Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra. Triguna Janitanam, who were born of the three properties Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, from where Tava Shive, indeed from you, O Shiva. Ambigai, originally in Nirguna form, generates the three gunas Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. And from these three gunas, Vishnu, Brahma and Rudra were created, were born. Bhavet puja puja tava charanayoho ya virachita. The word puja is used twice in this particular line. Tava charanayoho ya puja virachita. Tava charanayoho, to your feet, the one who offers puja. Ya virachita puja, for that bhakta, puja bhavet. He also indirectly worships the three gods Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra, born of the three gunas, three attributes Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, from Ambigai, He Shiva, Shakti. Those who worship your feet, who pay homage to your feet, indirectly also worship Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra. How does that happen? Tathahi tvat pada udvahana manipithasya nikate. Tathahi, this is indeed appropriate. Why? Tvat pada, your feet, which is supported by udvahana, being supported, manipithasya, by a gem-studded pedestal. Ambigai's Padara Vindangal, the 2 feet, are supported by gem-studded pedestal, and near that pedestal we can see Nikate, just near that, Sthitaha hi yete shashvat mukulita karaha uttamsa makutaha. They stand, sthitaha hi yete, indeed these gods, shashvat, always, eternally, mukulita karaha, hands which are held together in the shape of a bud, indicating Anjali Mudra, with folded hands, uttamsa makutaha, just above their crowns, the cresting crowns. O Shiva, the homage made to your feet becomes homage or worship to the 3 gods Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra, born from your 3 gunas, 3 attributes. This is appropriate indeed because they stand in proximity to the gem-studded pedestal, supporting your feet with hands held together in the form of a bud, cresting their crowns eternally. Shakti is eternally worshipped by Brahma and others. Ambigai is the source of the 3 gunas Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, the nature, and the representation of these gunas are Vishnu, Brahma and Rudra. These devas are responsible for Srishti, Sthiti and Samhara, and they are at Ambigai's instant and faithful service with bent knees and their heads wearing sparkling bejeweled kirita crown right at Ambigai's sacred feet, while she is comfortably seated on Mahamani Pitha. The Trimurtis, featuring Ambigai's Trigunas of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, are characteristic distinctions ready for service at Ambigai's feet, since all these 3 prime leaders are waiting with their heads down and arms folded outside the Manipitha for Ambigai's instant instructions. Trayanam Devanam Triguna Janitanam Tava Shive. The 3 gods Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra, born from the 3 properties, 3 gunas, 3 attributes of Ambigai, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Bhavet puja puja Tava charanayoho ya virachita. When a bhakta worships Ambigai's feet, he indirectly worships these three gods as well, Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra. Tathahi tvatpada udvahana manipithasya nikate. This is indeed appropriate, as Ambigai's feet are being supported by gem-studded pedestal, and just in the proximity of that pedestal, sthitaha hi yete shashvat mukulitakaraha uttamsa makutaha. These three gods are standing eternally with their hands held together in the shape of a bud, folded hands, cresting their crowns, the hands just above their crowns, which decorate their shiras, head. The corresponding namas from Lalita Sahasranamam: Shiva Radhya, she who is worshipped by Shiva; Hari Brahmendra Sevita, she who is worshipped by Mahavishnu, Brahma and Indra. This shloka can be chanted for a successful job that yields respect and wealth. Thus concludes the explanation of verse 25 of Sri Soundarya Lahari. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Jai Jai Shankara. Har Har Shankara.